Pu opera, which originated in northern China's Shanxi province, belongs to national intangible cultural heritage. We take a look at how a group of young performers are spreading Pu opera in the countryside.
4 days, 3 counties, the Pu Opera Troupe of Yuncheng City toured to perform the classical plays. Although it's early spring, in most of China's northern areas, it's still freezing. When this tour started, team leader Jing Xuebian was the busiest person in the troupe. From venues, the arrangement of plays, and organizing the transportation and accommodation, she needed to make everything went well. She told the young members to go to bed early and reminisced about the old days.
In the 1980s, we traveled by tractors and were sleeping on the floor. It left my back and legs painful for many years since it was too cold, and we had to put hot water in bottles to warm the quilt. Now the conditions are much better, with air conditioning and electric blankets.
Early the next day, 200 villagers gather around the open-air stage. They can hardly wait for the performance to start. Although it's outdoors, staff from the troupe still check everyone's temperature, a preventive measure against coronavirus. To the sound of gongs and drums, the curtain opens. More and more audience members come. It's the classic generals of the young family. Shanxi locals love their Pu opera. In 2006, the 500-year-old Pu opera was listed as a national intangible heritage. In 2002, Yuncheng City started a young Pu opera troupe, and Jing Xuebian became its leader. Today, there are 35 performers with an average age under 30. It's now the most popular local troupe and has brought more than 200 performances to the villagers.
The mountain road was so steep that it was hard for the horse carriage to climb. Our performers packed costumes and musical instruments and carried on by themselves. At that time, there was no electricity. We used gas lamps on the stage, and audiences held torches to watch the play.
Jing Xuebian insists that the standard of their performances should be the same whether in the city or the village. In 2004, the troupe was creating a play about modern life. Jing Xuebian raised 5 million yuan for that year's budget.
People asked me why we needed so much money. I told them we needed a new play, a good one. A wonderful play would make our troupe a great one. We should look a bit further, not just the present.
After 3 years in the making, Village Mothers were staged in 2007. It was adapted from a true story. The play toured around the nation to popular acclaim. Yang Ye, CGTN.